everyone, welcome back to Life with Sam in Louisiana. So I have been hearing some crazy stuff about parental DNA in Tennessee. Watch this.
30% of the general population, men are raising and paying for children that are not theirs and don't know. According to the American Association of Blood Banks, between 25 and 30% of the males who are accused of being the father, they take a paternity test and find out they did not do it.
Are you for mandatory DNA testing at birth?
I am absolutely on record as saying that if we want to prevent the problem of having men challenge paternity later down the road, then let's apply a proactive solution.
My wife has been cheating on me with this guy, apparently.
Apparently right now there's a huge debate on whether or not paternity tests should be mandatory. A lot of women are against it, to no surprise whatsoever. A lot of them are saying that they would divorce their husband immediately if he asked them for a paternity test.
He is the father. 72 hours. He has a tattoo on his private parts. He is not the father. He is not the father. How many times do I have to say that? No, I don't want to see a tattoo. All I want to see was
nothing. How do you guys feel about that? Should women have to DNA test their children, or at least the dad, before he goes on the birth certificate? Because like in the state of Louisiana, if you sign that birth certificate, married or unmarried, whether or not you know that's your baby, you're going to pay child support until that child becomes 18. And I know a lot of states have similar laws in place. With the promiscuity of women in today's culture, and the fact that 30% of men paying child support are not the father, can you not understand why some legislation is starting to go through? Now, something I want to talk to you guys about that kind of shocked me is everybody knows what this is. If you've had children, you know what this is. This is the heel prick, right? Used to test for just one disease. Now most states test for about 8. Some are as high as 26. But what I found out really bothered me. Come to find out, the state of California was selling this information they gathered at birth from babies. And the majority of states never get rid of that heel prick. And on top of that, police officers, as of 2020, were using that blood to solve crimes. Now, it's one thing to take a DNA sample they got from a crime scene and go on 21andMe or 23andMe or whatever it is, and, follow genetic blood samples trying to figure out who committed a murder. But to take blood samples from babies at birth, and then the police department have access to that without parental permission, really irks me, folks. It really does. In fact, majority of people do not even have the option to opt out of that heel prick on your newborn baby. I'm just saying, I think we need to really consider what's going on, especially with the DNA testing and government oversight. And you see where I'm going with all of that? Yeah. So I found some clips. I want to show them to you. I want your honest opinion. The one I think that bothers me the most is this one from Africa. Watch this.
Nucleus. This puts our DNA in the nucleus. They just go ahead and take it out.
It's pink fluoride?
Huh?
Is it pink fluoride?
Yeah, a little bit. And this is part of this genetic greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection. And we want some of that. So, girls, for $100, we will pay you for your egg.
$100?
So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid $500 for you. Whoever I bid, he's going to outbid me. I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah. If you have abortion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, and placenta, even your period blood is so rich with stem cells. When you regard it as waste, then it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody else, and it's life for.
Folks, one, should men have to DNA test before claiming a child as theirs on a birth certificate? Number two, should police have access to baby heel blood from birth, right? The heel prick, without parental consent? How do you feel on those two topics? Because these are important topics. I know women that knew the man they put on that birth certificate because they were married was not that child's father. They knew they had cheated. They knew that baby belonged to somebody else, and they still put their husband down as the father to the child. And then like years later when they got divorced, never bothered to tell their husband who's paying child support that that's not your kid. It always comes out though. I promise you. That always comes back to haunt you when you pull that crap. But you've got to feel bad for some of these guys. Look at this one. 5 years in prison, and she knew, y'all. She knew he wasn't that child's father.
5 years in prison. Dylan, I'm sorry, bro. This is why. This is why I did what I did.
But this is nothing I made up. The lab did.
You made it all up.
No, I did not.
Well, those results are pretty.
I don't know any of those people on that form.
Oh my God.
This is clearly the most shocking news we've ever gotten in this courtroom.
Oh my God. She should be convicted of some crime.
No, I should not. I didn't.
That is fraud.
Mr. Manson, Miss Sear, do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
You know who his father is.
Yes, I talk to him still.
You cannot stand there and really suggest that you cannot comprehend why this man would not have any type of ill feeling, frustration, or regret as it relates to anything involving you. 5 years in prison. And then I say, do you know who your son's father is? And you say, yes, I'm still in touch with him. That is a really huge pill to swallow.
Like Tennessee was not able to force a DNA test, but what they did do was make lying on that birth certificate. And if you knew that wasn't that baby's daddy and you lied on him, at least a misdemeanor. Personally, I think it should be a felony. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. Hit the like, the comment, subscribe for more great topics going on in America like this.